The moon. Our glowing companion in the night sky. We see it almost every night, we write poems about it, we tell legends about it. But how much do we really know about what's up there? Most of us think of the moon as a barren rock, silent, lifeless, and empty. But what if that isn't the full story? Over the decades, astronauts, scientists, whistleblowers, and even ordinary stargazers have claimed there's something unusual about the moon. Structures where none should exist. Strange lights moving across the surface. Even entire conversations and reports that NASA and other space agencies have kept under lock and key. So tonight, we're going to dive deep into the mysteries of the moon. From ancient myths and NASA's Apollo missions, to modern whistleblowers and strange theories about what might really be up there. By the end of this video, you may never look at the moon the same way again. But here's the real question. If the moon is hiding secrets, do we, the people of Earth, even deserve to know them? Or is the truth too big to handle? Let's find out. Since the dawn of time, humans have looked up at the moon with awe. To the Babylonians, it was Sin, the god of wisdom. To the Greeks, it was Artemis, the huntress. In ancient China, it was Chalna, the goddess who still resides there in myth. The moon has always been more than a rock in the sky. It's been a presence. It ruled over tides, guided calendars, and even shaped agriculture. Without the moon stabilizing gravity, Earth itself might have been uninhabitable. But here's something fascinating. Many ancient cultures believed the moon wasn't just a natural body, it was a watcher. A powerful eye in the sky. Some Native American legends even describe it as a place where ancestors or spirits reside. Now pause for a second and ask yourself, were these just imaginative stories? Or could our ancestors have sensed something we've forgotten, or been told not to see? And here's a little-known fact. The very word lunatic comes from the Latin luna, the moon. People once believed that moonlight could drive humans to madness. But what if the moon's influence isn't just symbolic? What if there's something about it, something energetic, or even technological, that affects us in ways we don't yet understand? Fast forward to the 20th century. The Cold War is raging, and the United States and the Soviet Union are locked in the space race. The moon becomes the ultimate prize. When Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin stepped onto the surface in 1969, it was broadcast as humanity's greatest achievement. But what if that wasn't the only thing they found up there? There are long-standing rumors about strange, radio silence, periods during the Apollo 11 mission. Conspiracy theorists claim that during these gaps, astronauts reported seeing strange objects, UFOs, on the edge of craters, silently observing them. Buzz Aldrin himself has dropped hints over the years. In one interview, he described seeing a mysterious object near Apollo 11's spacecraft. NASA dismissed it as part of the rocket, but Aldrin's body language and tone told a different story. And it wasn't just Apollo 11. Apollo 16 captured film footage of what looks like a small, white object rolling across the surface, something no one could easily explain. Apollo 17 reported strange, light flashes, on the lunar horizon. NASA officially chalked these things up to space debris, optical illusions, or camera glitches. But come on, if astronauts did see something extraordinary, do you really think NASA would just announce it to the world? Let's talk about the people who say they know what's really going on. Carl Wolf, a former U.S. Air Force technician, claimed he saw high-resolution lunar photographs at Langley Air Force Base that showed artificial structures, things that looked like bases or towers. Donna Hare, a NASA contractor, said she personally witnessed teams airbrushing UFOs out of lunar photographs before they were released to the public. These aren't random internet bloggers, they were insiders. And their testimonies match with others who claim the moon has been a hotspot for UFO activity. Now here's a thought experiment for you. If the moon was already inhabited, by aliens, by secret human bases, by something else entirely, would we really be told? Or would governments keep that secret to avoid mass panic? We don't have to rely only on whistleblowers. We have actual photos. One of the strangest is called the Blair Cuspids. In 1966, Lunar Orbiter 2 captured images of tall, spiral-like structures casting enormous shadows on the surface. They looked eerily like obelisks, yet no natural explanation ever fit. Apollo 17 photographs show odd dome-shaped lights near craters, as if something under the surface was glowing. Other images suggest towering structures, sometimes called lunar towers, that would dwarf even Earth's tallest buildings. And then there are the lights. Astronauts repeatedly reported flashes, or glows, on the lunar horizon, almost as if the moon wasn't a dead rock but an active place. Here's a chilling thought. If the moon isn't lifeless, then who, or what, is lighting it up? For over 40 years, no humans set foot on the moon after Apollo 17. Officially, NASA said it was too expensive, and public interest faded. But why, after such a huge achievement, did we just stop? Now, suddenly, everyone wants to go back. NASA's Artemis program is preparing for new lunar bases. China's Chang'e missions are mapping the moon with extreme precision. Even Elon Musk and SpaceX are pushing to get there. So why now? Some speculate that something was discovered during Apollo, and humanity was warned off, until now. Maybe the conditions have changed. Maybe agreements have been made. Or maybe, private companies like SpaceX are now too independent to be silenced. Ask yourself, are these new missions really about science? Or are they about reclaiming something that's already up there? This is where things get really wild. One of the strangest theories is the hollow moon theory. During Apollo 12, astronauts deliberately crashed part of their lunar module into the moon's surface. Seismometers recorded that the moon rang like a bell for nearly an hour. Scientists shrugged it off as odd geology, but others saw it as proof the moon is hollow, maybe even an artificial structure. Could the moon itself be a giant alien satellite? A base? An observation post watching Earth? Science fiction? Maybe. But think about this. The moon is perfectly sized to create solar eclipses. The only moon in the solar system that does this so perfectly. Its orbit is unusually stable. Coincidence? Or design? Engage audience. What if the moon was put there on purpose? Would that change how you see our place in the universe? Here's the problem. Every time we get close to answers, the trail goes cold. NASA claims the original Apollo 11 tapes, where humanity's first steps were recorded, were accidentally erased. Erased? The most important footage in human history? For decades, we had no human missions back to the moon. No exploration. Just silence. And yet, behind closed doors, governments poured billions into classified space programs. Could the truth be that the moon isn't ours to explore? So, what do we really know about the moon? Ancient myths say it's a place of gods and spirits. Astronauts reported strange lights and objects. Whistleblowers claim there are structures and cover-ups. Modern missions may be hiding a deeper agenda. Maybe the moon really is just a rock. Or maybe, it's the biggest mystery hiding in plain sight, right above our heads. Engage audience. So what do you think? Is the moon just a natural satellite, or is it something far more mysterious? Let me know your thoughts in the comment.